We had to today. Look, I don't think he got back to even with balls and strikes until probably the fifth, the 18 batter he faced. And so a lot of deep counts, a lot of pitches on the edge. So really was working from behind or even. I think more looking to get the ground balls when you're in those type of situations, because you got to attack the strike zone when you're behind. So obviously the strikeouts are huge when you can get them, but it hasn't been really the kind of the mode for Martin. So he's having to learn to pitch. That's a fair question.
Is he continuing to show you things each time he comes out, maturation and just developing as a young pitcher?
I believe so. Look, today was obviously a challenge for him in a sense that when you look up at the board and you see the ball strike ratio he was underneath quite a bit, and so saw a little frustration today on the mound with his body language, which is something that we'll talk to him about, something that we continue to work on with him. But the thing that I like is that he continues to search and find ways to get himself out of the inning, and he seemed to throw just enough strikes to get him into swing mode, get him to hit it on the ground, hit the barrel a little bit, so to get the outs that he needed. But there's still a process, still a learning process, but he's getting better.
Well, I know we talked a lot about the injuries to the rotation, but how important has he been as a sixth straight winning decision, kind of just a pillar of consistency for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge to have those guys that have been there to continue to pitch. He's one of them. It seems like that every time he goes out, we have great confidence behind him. And early on, we didn't get him a lot of run support. Now we seem to be getting him some run support so he can pitch from in front. But yeah, he seems to be a solid stabilizer along with Cole, and yeah, it's a plus.
This is a 8-game hit streak for Prince Fielder. Had a big home run today. Are you seeing anything different from him, or are the results just better?
Well, look, through all the struggles, I mean, Prince really was, there were times that Prince made hard outs. He had quality at bats, and I believe that the thing that he has done is stayed within his approach. I know that he changed a little bit after the 2 days down with the no step back, which I think slowed it down for him a little bit. He allowed the ball to travel, to see the ball a little better. You see the at-bats more controlled. And look, I think he's gaining more confidence with every game, with his stroke, with his swing, with his approach. And look, I think he's been pretty good since the 2 days off. I don't have the numbers right here in front of me, but I believe that OPS is encroaching on about that 790 to 800 mark.
What else, Jared?
Jeff, I'm talking to Martin's ball strike ratio. That ball he reached for the Shaw liner in the second, obviously he stayed in the game, but did tipping that ball maybe have any effect on his command?
I don't think so. I think more of a glancing blow than anything else, and he didn't seem to be too worried about it. Didn't really feel much. I know that the first hitter he faced, it gave a look that there was that the feel was not quite there. It's something that we've talked to him. We saw it in spring training. He got nicked in spring training. He keeps throwing it up there. We keep talking to him about it, and look, it's a reaction. We obviously not how we want him to do it. Whether he either take the hand away, let it go, or use a glove.
Jeff, how much of a spark has Choo been since he's been back?
It's huge. Look, I think that, though, to say that when Profar was in that role, he provided a pretty good spark. There were times when Odor was up there, provided a pretty solid spark also. So that top of the order has been solid for us, and but to have Choo back in that spot is key, because look, he controls the at bat very well. He has the walk to him with power, and then the hit. It's just, we need that to jumpstart our offense. We saw that last year, is that when we had Delino at the top of the lineup, and when he was able to do things from the top of the lineup to create offense for those guys that come up behind him. And you look up, and Choo's done a phenomenal job of getting on base, getting hits, and driving balls out of the ballpark. That's a weapon.